ABC 6. This is Good Morning Mississippi.
Happy Friday morning, everyone. Welcome back. And we're here this morning talking about the Delta Crime Watch, which is a Facebook group that's now become, I guess, a civic group talking about crime in Washington County.
That's right. That's one thing about crime. There's always something to talk about.
Definitely. We're reading the news stories here, each morning, and so we're very aware of it. But you're sort of motivating people to make a change. Tell us a little bit about what you're trying to do.
We're still trying to raise awareness. We feel like that the more people know about a crime, or, the more aware they will be and less likely that they'll be a victim. And that's what our aim, to have, of course, less crime in the Delta. But
and you've had how many meetings now?
We've had 2 meetings. We've got one planned coming up in January.
And what have you been doing at those meetings? I know you had some sort of self-defense. What type of speakers have you
That's right.
invited?
The first one, we had Scott Tarpley, former Leland police chief, and I believe former Greenville policeman. And he was talking about different ways to refuse to be a victim. And then David Williford also spoke about different self-defense. And the second meeting was more focused on different parts of Washington County, developing a neighborhood watch in Cavania Moore with Crime Stoppers, and Neighborhood Watch spoke to the group.
And what's going to be happening in that next meeting?
The next meeting, we've invited the mayor, and I'm hoping the Greenville police chief, and we just want them to talk to us some and tell us what we can do to prevent crime and what we can do to aid them, and
And you have a big discussions going on Facebook as sort of the main means of communication. And what do you feel like the sort of big interest is on there? What's the attitude of members of the group and the biggest concerns that they have?
Well, I think a lot of the different situations may be going on in their neighborhood, and they're just not aware that it's going on. And they just need to know, I think they need to know where, when they walk to their car, whether they're in danger, whether they need to be aware of their surroundings, and just have the keys ready, and be ready to get in the house.
And when you had Cavania Moore come talk to you, did she talk to you about starting a neighborhood watch, and did you learn how to do that?
That's right. And a lot of the different communities, just since we've gotten the page started, and especially in the last month or two, have developed, or at least restarted, the neighborhood watch. And they've gotten their email addresses, and somebody in that particular part of town will send the emails out, and phone calls if the elderly that maybe are not so
privy to the technology.
Savvy. That's right.
That's actually really interesting to get the emails. And is a crime watch, neighborhood watch that you're talking about, can it just be one street, or how large are those?
I guess it depends. I know in the River Club area, of course, that's 3 or 4 streets, and country clubs got theirs, and they're just all different parts of town. Sometimes it might be just one street, but usually it's a combination of several different streets that make up a certain part of town.
And have you been happy with the response you've seen from people since you started? Do you think that people are sort of have a shared goal now?
That's right. I wish there was nothing to talk about. That would be the ideal goal, but it seems like that people do want to know, and want to know what's going on, and try to do what they can to be more careful. And more people are putting cameras up and using surveillance equipment, like what happened in this last day or two.
So there was a Facebook video up of someone getting robbed in their yard. Can you tell us about that?
That's right. Michael Kelly, who is proficient with the photography and the cameras, has got his own surveillance equipment up, and caught 4 young boys, 3 of them brandishing guns, sawed-off shotguns, and it's just really scary. And we've got good pictures, and Crime Stoppers should have it up by tomorrow. No later, I think, than this weekend.
And so, do you have contact? We have a website, Facebook page, and phone number. What is that info for people at home if they want to get involved and maybe start a crime watch of their own, neighborhood watch?
Oh, I encourage them to call Crime Stoppers Cavania Moore. Her number's 378-1526, And she is glad to go anywhere and help people get it started. She goes to meetings. I don't really see how she gets all the done that she's got because she wears several hats. Hollandale is reenacting their neighborhood watch as of Thursday night, and they have Jake Williams, who's from the Washington County Sheriff's Department, is their new police chief.
Right.
And they are really trying to tackle crime in Hollandale. So it's not just one particular area like just Greenville or, you know, it's Hollandale, it's the entire county.
Well, it's good to see people involved, and obviously everyone wants to stay safe and cares about their neighborhood. So I think it's nice to hear that, you know, a small act can make a difference, just, you know, getting involved with your neighbors and helping.
That's exactly right. If you've got elderly neighbors, you need to watch out for them, you know, knock on the door. If you hadn't seen them in a day or two, you need to go check on them.
Great.
And,
well, I'm glad that you came on here and keep us updated on the work that you're doing, because it seems like there's a lot of interest. I watched the Facebook page, and it seemed like there is a lot of interest to make a change with crime in the area. So thank you for updating us.
We just want to make things better.
And January 12th is your next meeting.
January 12th at the substation in the Greenville Mall, and we hope to have a really good meeting if the weather allows.
Hopefully it will. I don't think we're going to get all that snow, but we'll ask Stephen. We're going to get weather right after the break. So thank you for waking up with us this morning and informing us. We'll be right back.